So welcome to this pre-Ascot guide from Archant London. I'm Ned Keating, I work on the sports desk, joined here by Martin Girdwood, who is our resident tipster. Afternoon, Martin.
Hi, good afternoon, Ned.
So the way that we'll probably go through this, and we'll do it, is we'll go through kind of day by day, as it were, to Ascot. Obviously start with the first day on Tuesday, and obviously Martin, there's some pretty good action right from the off, isn't there?
It's kind of straight off on the beard of banging it really. It's 3 Group 1s on day one, top of the table stuff. And some very, very good horses on show. Yeah, it should be a good day's racing. It really should be.
Of course, obviously first up as well at 2:30, the Queen Anne Stakes, the first Group 1, the first race really of the whole event.
That's it. Yep. Going to be a short one. A horse called Ribchester. On all known form. Yeah, he's got every chance. Godolphin colt. Listen, it's you don't want to be back in very short ones in the first race normally. But at the moment, it's very hard to see past it. Richard Fahey obviously trains it. I'm going to be joined in the lineup with a likely pacemaker that I normally have in there for it, Toscani. I can't see past it at the moment. I think it could be a good start for the punters there, and straight off with a nice little short price winner for us.
Of course, and then on to the 340, the King's Stand Stakes as well, another Group 1.
What a race that could be. It's not going to take long. 5 furlongs. They're going, blink, you're going to miss it. Wesley Wald sends over from America his Lady Aurelia. She set the place alight last year, winning the Queen Mary Stakes. Again, at the moment, from what you've seen, she's got a great chance, and she really, really has got a great chance. There's some good ones in there. Marsha, Muthmia, Gold Dream, there's a lot of good horses in there. But if she shows up at her best and does what she did last year, she looked like she was going too quick, and then she just went further away again. So if she does a similar thing this year in this race, it's hard to see past her. You get about 4-1 at the moment, so she could be a nice little punt.
Of course, and then straight away after that, the St James's Palace Stakes as well, the final Group 1 race of the first day.
There we go, another big one. It's going to be another short one, isn't it really? I think there you've got Churchill should be coming over. He won the Guineas, he's won the Irish Guineas on all known form. It's very, very hard to see him getting beat in that. I think it was interesting, Sydbin Swore trains Thunder Snow, was already said recently. I made a note there. Churchill beat him comfortably at the Curragh, and the colt is again the one to beat. When you've got Godolphin almost sort of right at the right flag before we start, I can't see past Churchill. I think if you want to have a bet, Churchill or Ribchester could be the double.
Is there any other value anywhere else on the first day at all? Or?
In the Coventry Stakes, I do quite like the Broonhouse. Going for that, they've been aiming for it. Won the Woodcote Stakes very well. Gonna have a big chance. That one, I think. Probably wait a little bit till nearer the day. Arrow Atkins there for Wesley Wald, and O'Brien is going to send over a horse called Murillo. It made a total hash on debut, but then won very well at Dundalk recently. So it'd be interesting to see if the money comes for that one or not for the O'Brien stable. But at the moment, I think they'll probably go on the Broonhouse in the Coventry.
Of course. Brings us nicely on to day 2, obviously Wednesday as well. Just a couple of, just the one Group 1 and obviously a Heritage Handicap as well. But with the Group 1, 420, the Prince of Wales Stakes.
It's the big one, isn't it? It's the richest prize of the week. What's it, £750,000 worth of prize money, I think, for that particular race. Some very, very good horses in there, it's got to be said. I like Ulysses, Sir Michael Stout. Won the Group 3 Gordon Richard Stakes. Just looks the sort of horse that's going to be getting better and better, and Sir Michael Stout is a bit of a master at getting them better and better as they get older. So at the moment, I think that's my pick. Highland Real ran atrociously out in Dubai. I couldn't have it in the Coronation Cup, and it went and absolutely strolled home in the Coronation Cup. So I don't know about that one now. Highland Real could well perhaps take part and go and give them all a beating, but at the moment, I think Ulysses is probably going to be my pick in that race.
Of course, I can see on your notes there as well that you've got the Queen Mary Stakes. You've got a kind of tip for that. Who'd you go for in that in a minute?
On the Queen Mary, where are we there? Michael Bell's got his unbeaten filly there, Main Desire, but she's not going to be coming. Happy Like a Fool is going to be heading the market, I think. It's a hard race, that one for me. I'd like to see perhaps a couple of the sprints work out on day 1, but Happy Like a Fool at the moment is the one that's in my mind for that race. Yeah, won't be going any post on it, but yeah, that's the one that I've got there in my mind at the moment for that.
Of course, and then of course as well at 5 o'clock we've got the Royal Hunt Cup, the Heritage Handicap as well race. Who are you fancying in that one?
Good old cavalry charger. Thanks for that one, Ned. Give me that one to talk about. Yeah. You're going to have 30 horses. They're coming straight down the straight mile. I think there's 60 odd still entered at the moment. You know, obviously there's a few that hopefully will come out. I'm hoping a few do come out. At the moment, Chelsea Lad is just outside of the weights, but should get him. It's one I've been backing as yet with no luck this year. A lot of people thought they fancied it for the Lincoln, didn't get in. Backed it at Newbury, pulled up, and it was very unlucky actually last time out. It went very well with a listed heat at York when it came second. I say it's not guaranteed to get in as yet, but I think it will do. Listen, you want to look at the draw. I say 30 of them coming down the straight mile. I'd like it to be drawn on one of the rails if possible, either high or low. If it gets in and it's got a good draw, Chelsea Lad, you can have worse each way punts all week. It's going to have a big chance.
Of course. Right, so moving on to day 3, we're going through this quite rapidly, like the horses hopefully will be. Obviously another couple of, just one Group 1 again, and obviously another Heritage Handicap too. So we'll start with the Group 1, 420 Gold Cup.
For me, this Alderman St George is going to be short. You know, won it last year, coming over for the Aidan O'Brien stable, it's going to be a short price. And rightly so, you know, I mean, it should probably win. But I'm just a huge fan of Big Orange. I absolutely love the horse. It's won a lot of money for me. Some big old prices a couple of seasons back. You don't get the 40 to 1s and 20 to 1s about it anymore. It's going to need a career best. You know, he's never gone 2.5 miles. But you know, there's no reason to think he can't do that. He's going to pop out. He's going to do what he does. He's going to try and lead every single yard of what 4,400 yards, whatever it is that they've got to run. At the moment, you can still get 10s. I took 10s yesterday morning. I've gone each way at 10 to 1 on that. I think Big Orange. Alder St George might run him down. I don't think anything else in the field will. So fingers crossed. Worst case scenario, that should place up.
Of course. Anything else that catches your eye, takes your fancy on Thursday?
On the Thursday, it's a tricky day at the moment. I mean, obviously you mentioned the Britannia Stakes. That's another one. You know, the straight mile. It's all going to be back to draw again. And at the moment, it's another one where there's, you know, I could give you a list of about 15 horses probably for it. The Norfolk Stakes is an interesting one. You've got McGurn in there, likely to be the favourite. It's another Wesley Ward one, another one from America. Listen, that's going to have a chance on all known form. What I've seen of the videos of what it's been doing out there. And Mark Johnson is leaning towards that apparently. Card Sharp. He's thinking of running it in that. At the moment, I think McGurn, you know, Wesley Ward, he loves these 5 furlong sprints at Ascot. So there's a thing on the Racing Post the other day, all the videos there for everyone to see. They all looked very, very well. Having a little gallop there at Ascot the other day. So that's going to have a big chance. McGurn, 4-5 to 1 at the moment, he's going to have a chance.
Of course. Straight on to Friday now, and obviously another couple of Group 1s at least today to talk about. First up at 340, the Commonwealth Cup. This could be quick. 6 furlongs. It's the 3-year-old sprinters. There's some very, very good horses in there. Caravaggio comes over, huge reputation from Bally Doyle. There was rumours of it perhaps over the winter. I was talking about the Guineas. I didn't think for 1 minute it was a mile horse. They didn't even bother entering it in the end. You know, it's gone back to 6 furlongs sprinting. Not done a lot this year. What was it, the Lacking Stakes that he won out in Ireland? You know, in a canter, quite frankly. It's going to be short. It's a very, very good horse. But actually, the first horse that went on the list for me this year was Blue Point, who won over the course of distance earlier this season, broke the track record at the time. Charlie Appleby trained for the Godolphin boys. You know, I'm a big believer in course and distance form. You don't get much better than breaking the track record in your warm-up race, you know, for the big one. You know, if Caravaggio's going to beat Blue Point, it's going to have to go a hell of a lick to beat it. So, at the moment, for me, 6 to 1, the Godolphin Colt, you can even have a little each way sneak at that price. And you know, I can't be having Caravaggio at the price, it's way too short. So I think 6 to 1, you can even go each way if you want to, but Blue Point for me in that at the moment. Of course, and then straight after that, we've got the Coronation Stakes at 420.
We have. It looks a little bit like it could be another procession, similar with Churchill earlier in the week. Wingsup should be coming over. She won the Guineas at Newmarket. She won the Guineas out in Ireland. Again, an all-known form. You know, she is the best 3-year-old mile filly around at the moment. It's hard to see past her. And I'm a little bit sort of confused perhaps what's going on elsewhere. See Rhododendron's still in the betting now. I think 2nd or 3rd in the betting. Can't see it possibly being dropped back to a mile again. I don't think they'll do it. Pretty Polly Stakes, or the Coral Eclipse, you know, in July. I think is the next time you'll see her. It's hard to see past winter. Yeah. Again, I know a couple of people that have done the double, Churchill earlier in the week and Winter, obviously for the Friday, and I wouldn't put you off doing that.
Of course. Straight on to Saturday now, and the final day of Ascot. Hopefully we'll be up nice, enjoying a nice kind of winnings at this point.
Get our feet up with a few quid.
Exactly. And the Group 1 at 4:20, the Diamond Jubilee Stakes. Who do you kind of see being out in front in that one?
Very, very tricky one. Again, the speedsters, there'll be a lot of them in there that we all know. You know, that they come back year after year. Limato has been the jolly for a while now, and it would have to be considered. But he's another one that did disappoint out in Dubai during the winter. Tasleet is another one. Perhaps I've heard that mentioned a couple of times. That's going to have a big chance. For me at the moment, I like the Tin Man. He won the Champions Sprint Stakes here back end at the end of last season. To me, I just think he got bogged down a bit in the soft going at York last time. I wouldn't be too worried about that. It's going to be fast. It's going to be, you know, like this next week. If this weather holds, he's going to like that. He doesn't mind hearing his hooves rattle. So the Tin Man, if the British summer plays the game and carries on for the next few days, at the moment this far out, you know, almost a fortnight out when we're doing this, the Tin Man on the Saturday would be my one in that race.
Of course, and is there any other final day selections that we should be looking at all?
Another one, if it does come over, there's a horse, Clemmy, in the Chesham Stakes. Once race filly, which straight to be the jolly for this when she won over at Curragh. Basically, she's a full sister to Churchill. She's by Galileo out of the mare Meow. Obviously, you know, if related to Churchill, Churchill done exactly that last year. Didn't do too well on his first run, very similar to what Clemmy did. Then came over it and won this race, the Chesham. They're obviously going down the same route with her. Ryan Moore's been talking her up. You know, he thinks a lot of her, and you know, if Ryan Moore starts talking well of a horse, and you see him smiling when he's getting off one, you sort of go, hang on a minute, I'm going to make a note of this one. So, you know, they seem to think, you know, she could be a very, very good filly, and you know, she's bred to be. So that could be the one at the moment. You can get, you know, half decent little price on her, and she could be the one that could be worth a bet on that day. Other than that, another one I quite like the look of it, if it does go for it in the Hardwick Stakes, is Across the Stars. Obviously won there last year in the King Edward VII Stakes. If they go for the Hardwick with Across the Stars, it won't be far away. There's a few in there. Dartmouth, owned by the Queen, you know, they won't get much popular winner than that if Dartmouth goes in that race. And Frontiers Man's another one that's in there, but Across the Stars, that could have a chance there in the Hardwick Stakes on the last day as well.
You said there, mentioned about Ryan Moore. He's obviously the current favourite to be the top jockey. Would you go along with that?
I think so. It's hard. You know, you look at some of those rides he's going to have. Obviously, with the type now with Balladoyle, you look at the Churchill, you look at the Winter, you look at all of St George. You know, you can see him getting a winner a day every day, and that's before, you know, he gets on a few other good ones as well. It's very hard to see past it, to be honest, at this stage. I wouldn't want to be backing him because I don't even know what his price is at the moment, but it makes it very, very short to be champion jockey. But he's a master, you know, when he's at his best, and if he's got the right horse, you know, he takes some beating. And I think he's going to be your top jockey by the end of the week.
And if Ryan Moore is top jockey, it probably means that Aidan O'Brien might be too far behind him in the top trainer.
Again, I think, you know, he's got the horses for the big races. It's you know, there's some nice races there this year, and there's the chance for a few of the lesser trainers in some of the sort of big handicaps and some of the lesser pattern classes, the Group 2s and Group 3s. But at the moment, you just look down at it and think, you know, well, you know, he's got Churchill, he's got Aldous St George, he's got Winter. You just keep looking just at those three, and just thinking, like, what a trouble he's got there. So I can't see. If they get him here in good order, they also had a few problems the other day getting some horses over for the meetings over here, but you know, that's not going to happen for Ascot. Yeah, I think I would be very surprised if O'Brien isn't top trainer by the end of the week.
Of course. Well, hopefully we've given some tips there that may be able to win you some money over the next few days or so, and obviously enjoy Ascot and bet responsibly.